Hello, this is an introduction video for VRChat avatar Strayfer. There's timestamps that you can use to jump into the parts you wish to learn more about. I try to make this easy to follow for anyone who is not familiar uploading VRChat avatars. In Gumroad page, I have added a couple useful links, and if you haven't uploaded any avatars before, you're required the correct version of Unity and VRChat SDK 3. And we can find the links down here. Creating your first avatar, and it will pop up a window, and top of this page you got Unity project with SDK setup, and it lists here current version of Unity, which tells you 2019.4.31 at the time of recording. If you are watching this in far future, make sure to check this page to see. I will link this down below. But I will recommend getting Unity Hub, because it's gonna be way easier to manage your projects and versions when VRChat updates them. And once that's downloaded, you want to install it. Unity Hub doesn't seem to have the specific version that I would require now, so we are going to the currently supported version, Unity version, download the installer manually. You want to get the Unity editor 64-bit. Once your download is done, let's install it. Now when that's installed, we want to go back to Unity Hub and locate Unity editor. Okay, and it didn't name the version, but that's fine. And let's select this. And now it detected 2019-4.31, which is the correct one. And I think we are required to log in. Yeah, you have to open this page with Unity Hub, and now I'm logged in. Great. And we want to create a new project. Name it whatever, Strayfer edit. It will take a while to load it. We have a working Unity and Unity project. Next, we want to go and get the files for the Strayfer. And when you have bought, it should prompt on your account in your products these files. Current newest version is 04 May 2022. And it even says it here in small text, latest version that you likely want to download. Then you also have Strayfer Blender only, which only includes the blend file and FBX. And Strayfer Substance FBX. The model does not have Substance Painter files because I don't have Substance Painter license. I only exported the FBX file to the Substance Painter specs. So for now, I'm only gonna download the May 22. And we also need to have the VRChat SDK, and you can also find that in the description. I'm gonna open it from here. And we want to have download SDK 3 avatars, specifically avatars and not the worlds. Simply drag and drop first the VRChat SDK 3, and it's important to do this in this order because some things may not work properly. When that's done importing, we want to go and get the Strayfer May 22 and just do the same again. You could put any other avatar Unity package here, which is ready to upload. Once everything has imported correctly, we want to locate scenes folder, and I have a timestamp for each scene and talking about what they are all about. But currently we're gonna choose PC Medium, which has the full feature set, and Strayfer Full, meaning full textures. Just grab the scene, hold and drag and drop. You can use scroll wheel to zoom in, middle mouse button to pan your view, right mouse button to turn around the viewing camera, and left click is selecting model and items in the scene. If you wish to preview the avatar, you want to, in left top here, you can find animation and animator, and you can drag this tab in bottom here so we can view both of these and select one of them. We're gonna use the full one so we can, because these are otherwise identical with the textures. So you can unload scenes by right-clicking and here you have more options. And yeah, when we select the avatar, you will have list all of the parameters that the SDK tree is using and the different layers, which is quite a lot to unpack, so I'm not going through all of this. You can find more tutorials how to make these different parameters and stuff, but we are only going to preview that everything is looking alright. So we're going to, in top middle here, we're going to play and switch to scenes tab, and now we can see that all of the props have come in because the animator is controlling the toggles in this Unity preview. In VRChat they are controlled by the animator layer, which is indeed below zero Strayfer. This is the FX layer that controls all the logic behind this. And you can, so whatever you do here won't be showing in the game. You have to use the radial menu to switch this around. And if you just want to preview, if you have done like custom textures for yourself, you can preview them even in Unity that everything looks fine and just toggle these on and off and play around with different values like hue. You can just 0.5 and it switches the hue, and we have saturation and value, which refers to brightness, and -1 would be completely dark, and so on. And you can do anything here and it won't be saved, so just remember that if you do any modification in play mode. So, and when you quit the play mode, just press the play button again and everything is reverted. So that's a good way to test things generally. If you wish simply upload this current avatar, everything is set up, you don't have to do anything. Scene wise, you only want to find on here left top VRChat SDK and show control panel, and you want to drag and drop this little tab next to inspector, and it will tell you to log in, input your login detail, and in the builder tab you can find build and publish for Windows. It will tell you to put a name, so we're gonna call it Strayfer test, and you are allowed to upload, so you can take this box here, and in the scene we can turn around the camera, so left click the camera and select the arrows here left top to make it in a decent position, and then you can rotate the camera with the arrows in a circle right next to the 4 arrows, and you can drag these circular lines and pose the camera how you like. And these little dots in the camera borders are the field of view of the camera. And we can go in back to the game tab and press upload. And once you get this message, you can already use the avatar in VRChat on the account that you uploaded on, and everything on PC is functional. And now we're going to compare the Quest version to PC version. The Quest is so limited in hardware that I couldn't fit much on it, so I only could have the scarf, the hood, and not even the scarf arms and the body, and this is very decimated, so it's quite rough on the edges, but that's what you get on Quest. We don't have jumpsuit, gun, scarf hands. Here we can actually test the Quest avatar parameters, and as you can see we have gun toggled, but it doesn't do anything because it doesn't exist. But we still do have feet rotate, feet spread and close that you can still on Quest. You can adjust the pupil size from very small to very big. You don't have orb. Y-seams work as you would expect, but that is controlled with the VRChat. And hand gestures, most of them do work. Squint, droopy ears, sad, and so on. And you do have dynamic bones. Not as many, and you cannot VRChat doesn't even, Quest doesn't even support constraints. So the ears in fact have, the hood ears has separated dynamic bones. So it can look a bit weird if you have grabbing toggled for the hood ears. Next we're gonna take a look how to upload for Quest. So we go in the scenes folder and you have options Quest and Fallback. And both are Quest compatible, but we want specifically Quest, which is the better, higher version of the Fallback. And either full or mirrored textures, so we're gonna choose full, drag and drop. And if you cannot see the avatar, select it here in hierarchy and activate this window and hit F, and it will focus on the avatar. And we want to switch build to target to Android, but we require Android SDK for this upload. So we want to switch build target to Android, but we haven't installed the Android environment. So we go onto the same page where we downloaded the Unity editor, and for the same version we want Android target support. And now when that is downloaded, you have to make sure you have closed your Unity and you can install the Android target. And once the installation is done, we can reopen the same project that we worked on. And once you have installed the Android target, you can go to Builder, and there is a convenient button for you, switch build target to Android. This will take a while when it converts everything to Android compatible. Now in the builder it says that active build target is Android, and you can build and publish for Android. And if you wish to have the PC version to have Quest compatibility for both PC and Quest, you go to Content Manager and find the same named avatar that you uploaded for PC for we did Strayfer test 1, and you want to copy ID, and in hierarchy we open this menu, select the avatar, or you can actually select it here as well. And in inspector you should see this, and you have pipeline manager script and blueprint ID. You want to go activate this field and Control V to paste and attach. So now your Quest avatar and PC avatar are both linked. And now when we go to the VRChat SDK builder, it says that this is already uploaded for Windows, but not Android yet, and we're gonna do it right now. I was able to find the old name and the icon, so we don't have to redo those. An update is complete. Fallback basically means that it's going to show when your avatar is either performance blocked or hidden by the other user. And this is even more stripped out. It's less than 10,000 polygons, so that it's good performing both on Quest and PC. And this one I would upload as a separated avatar, and then you can choose it as fallback avatar in VRChat, and that's why you have PC good and fallback avatar. Then we are gonna take a look how to upload fallback avatar, and that's why we have PC good, which is the slightly reduced version from the PC medium, and we're gonna use again full textured version and select avatar, focus, and you would upload this like you would any other avatar for PC. Once that's uploaded, we want to locate the fallback version of the avatar. And because we are already using full texture, we want to pick fallback full texture as well. And then we're gonna switch to Android target once again. Go to Content Manager, and the avatar that I mistyped, Strayfer PC good, we're gonna copy ID and go back to Inspector, select the fallback and paste the either right click or Control V onto the blueprint ID and attach. And now these avatars are linked and both are good. And one thing to note, you cannot upload anything if the entire Unity project has active scene that is not allowed to upload. So make sure that you unload the scene whenever you are uploading for Quest. Build and publish for Android. And make sure to check use for fallback. This is important part that it shows in your fallback creations. Check this box again and upload. All of the textures for Quest and PC are located in textures folder, and here I have split them in PC and Quest. The Quest folder shares textures between both fallback and Quest avatar, and the PC one is only for PC, but it has also both full and mirrored as Quest does. And as we are using currently Strayfer full textures, we can actually locate in the hierarchy body, and you can either search for the textures in assets, or you can go to the material and select the main texture and it takes you to the right folder that you are editing the right textures. QuestBodyFull CRA, which is for this specific model, the critter file. One interesting feature is that this is actually the hair texture. It's the hair is just having a gradient between the stem and the tip, and it's basically the darkest part here is the stem of the hair and the brightest is the tip. So let's make a simple edit, and we can add a new layer and just do something like, I don't know, test, like bright red. Oh, this looks so good. Sure, and add some filters. File and export, and then you want to locate the actually let's all supported formats so we can see all the files, and you want to locate the textures, PC and full that we are editing, and then bodyfull CRA means that we're gonna export this to bodyfull PNG. Save it and replace. We're going to take a look at the edit. Now it's like a lighter pink, and we got test in the leg. That is hideous. But anyways, now we're gonna take a look how to then export this into the Quest avatar. And I tried to make this easy with Krita because you can do file layers. So let's locate the Quest, and we are using again full, and or you can select the body by double clicking the avatar and material and click the body texture, and it finds the correct folder. And we have QuestBodyFull CRA. We can open it by double clicking, and I'll tab to Krita, and as you can see it already has the modifications from the bodyfull to QuestBodyFull because we are using file layers, and it's important that you keep the file paths the same if you are using this method to convert to Quest avatar. So you don't actually have to edit anything. This is already downscaled, and it loads in the bodyfull PNG from the PC texture folder. So the only thing that we need to do here is to file and export, and then we have to again go to assets folder, textures, textures, and Quest. We are using full and bodyfull Quest. And you can do the same for props if you're making edits for the scarf. And now we have broken eyes. Well, look at that. Apparently, I will fix this for the latest version. But if something like this happens, we can locate properties, locate PC mirrored eye, and scale image to size. Yeah, and now we have the correct eye, and then again file, export. That's just how the file layers work. So we can export it as bodyfull Quest, save and replace. And it's important that you've replaced the file so that Unity knows the correct files or in the material. And it's basically how you can convert the PC textures. It doesn't matter where you edit the PC textures, but the easiest way to then export Quest files is this method where you edit textures in the PC one and go to the QuestBodyFull file, export, and they will be refreshed in Unity automatically if the paths are correct. We can also take a look at the mirrored textures which share the left and right side, so I can show how that works. So whichever scene folder you choose, we're gonna choose Strayfer mirrored texture, and the mirrored one on the first row, and the full textures are usually on the back row. So again, we want to double click the avatar and in the expand the material and select the texture, and here we have similar setup as the full textures. We can just double click the body.gra and go to Krita, and it should open the document. They are pretty big files, so it will take a second. And there we have. And now if we make any edits to the texture, they are gonna appear on both sides. So let's make a quick edit, export, and make sure it's the right. So we are in body.gra, so into PC, mirrored, and body.png. And it already exists, so we want to replace it, export, and now we want to go back to Unity. You can see it's on both sides. It literally just reads test, although as it says it's mirrored, so you're gonna have mirrored image of the texture whatever you have on this side. So if you have text on your avatar or something, it probably won't work very well with the mirrored, so you're better off using the full textured Strayfer